Yo, what's up? So, right now, just heading out to the beach, and I'm deciding to record this a video because I gotta get some shit off my chest. I'm gonna try not to swear though, because I have a habit of swearing, and I want to stop swearing because it's impractical. It's an impractical habit, if you make it a habit, then you're gonna have to consciously try to not swear in front of people. Say you're in a business environment or something, you're gonna have to consciously try not to swear in front of them, which is just it's retarded. Why would you put yourself in that kind of a situation? You might as well just throw the habit out the window, So anyway, this video is gonna be about this whole friend story. So right now it's Friday, it's Friday. You would think that I'm gonna hang out with a friend or something, or if I even have someone to talk to, but I don't have any friends to talk to, right now. And I make these copious excuses. My excuse right now is well, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money to really have a friend because they cost money. You can't just go out with somebody, hang out if you don't have money. That's my excuse. And it kind of makes sense, but it still doesn't make sense because the reality is, as human beings, we need friends, right? No human being is supposed to have nobody to talk to. And the thing is, then we kind of settle for a family member, maybe our mom. We'll talk to our mom, and it's but our mom isn't really in our position in life where they can relate to you at all, and that's kind of what you need. Wow, it looks amazing today. It's gonna be nice at the beach. But yeah, it's and I guess my standards are really high as well. So it's if some guy wants to be my friend, it's well, I'm not really looking to kind of just hang out with anybody, unless they're unless they kind of are on my same frequency. But the problem is that's rare, so because the thing is, I think what has happened is, because of the internet, there's access to all these niche cultures of things. You can go on the internet, you can get someone validating your opinion on anything, whether you want to do something stare at the sun all day, or you want to eat only raw lion organs or something. You've got somebody online that's going to validate your opinion. So then it's in real life you're not going to. So it's in real life you meet some guy and he's just normal, and it's oh well, you're not validating my niche opinion on existentialism or something. So then we don't want to be friends with this guy. At least that's what I find. I'm so picky, It's the same thing with girls. We grow up watching pornography or something, and it's now when a girl shows herself, it's well, she doesn't have a huge rack. Her rack's not that big. It's bro, who made you this choosy guy? You know what I mean? Who made you let me put that up there. Since when did you become the bachelor that's deciding who's worthy of your time? You have no experience with girls. You have no friends. You're broke. Who are you, bro? But it's so shallow at the same time, That's kind of the issue. Because it's we should be looking at people on a human to human level. We shouldn't be looking at somebody and being oh well, what is he wearing? Oh, this guy's got a North Face fanny pack on. Wow, this guy's important, bro. That's expensive. Come on, bro. So yeah, I'm just kind of venting because right now I'm going to the beach. It's I have no friends to go to the beach with. I just don't. And it's I have some people that could be my friend, but then I'm like, oh, that he smokes weed though. Oh, that I don't want to be friends with him. You know, he smokes weed. It's like, what is that, bro? You know, or like, oh, he listens to rap music. You know, that's like, I'm kind of on like some other shit right now. Like, you know, it's just stupid, bro. So yeah, it's really about coming down to the like understanding of how we're even here in the first place. You know, how are we even in a position of having no friends now? I can give my story on how this happened, but it's a very niche story, so I don't really want to say it because it's not really gonna be something people are gonna be like relating to, you know. So essentially, but I can give the story anyway. So when I was in high school, I had like 3 friends, but the problem is I was playing World of Warcraft at the time, right? It's a video game that nobody else played and that I ever met IRL, at least to the extent I did. I like no life the game, right? And it's like, oh well, no one else is no lifing the game, so I can't be friends with them. Or it's like, because this is my interest, you know. So it's like, I just happen to have a one-of-one interest where I couldn't really relate to other people. And if essentially I kind of went down like a depressing spiral where I like threw all my friends away and I didn't have any friends, and I kind of only had online friends. But then I grew up to realize, wow, they're not actually friends. Like, you know, Discord friends aren't actually friends. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's true. Like, you know, just because you're friends with some guy on Discord and you talk to him, and you know, maybe you guys even get intimate with like your conversations and you have deep conversations and stuff, it's like, the reality is like, this person IRL could be a different person. Like, this person IRL could be looking at you like, oh well, he's just my Discord buddy. Like, I've got actual friends in real life. Like, he's not my actual friend, you know. So, you know, Discord doesn't work, bro. Like, we all long for real life interact. Like, we really do long for IRL, bro. Like, I know it's a conspiracy. People think that the digital is gonna take over, but like, the truth is, we do long for the real world. You know, what is everything online is synthesized real life, like replica, knockoff bullshit, right? So it's like, oh well, you know, I could go speak to that girl over there, but you know what? Instead of going through that, I'm gonna look at every crevice of her asshole, or a girl that's way 10 times hotter than her's asshole on Pornhub. And that's actually gonna make me feel like shit, by the way. But I only figure that out 10 years later when I'm like homeless, when like my life is in ruins. Like, you see how stupid it is. So it's like, you know, and you can really say that for everything. It's like, you know, oh, I want to get a high rank in a video game. Why? So people will kind of view me as like, wow, you know, this guy, like, he's really like, he's really great. He's really like amazing. But it's like, the reality is, the second your freaking PC turns off, you're like Joe Schmo, like some random retard that actually has done nothing with their lives. And you actually feel like shit, because you can always turn the PC off, but you can't turn your real life off. I mean, you can, but, you know, then you can't come back. It's not the same. So, like, yeah, like, I think everybody would rather be the IRL guy, right? But the problem is, like, bro, IRL is not controlled. It's not a controlled environment. You know, you can't just say like, if some guy messages you IRL, in other words, if he talks to you, you can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna not respond. It's like, you know, you don't get that luxury. You know, IRL, you kind of have to be a bit more of a freaking normal person, bro. So yeah, like, it's Friday, have no friends to go out with, to talk to hang out with, like, and I'm not even a boring guy, bro. Like, you know, I feel like I just haven't put myself out there. I think that's really the thing. It's like, and it's like, okay, what does putting yourself out there even look like? So I'm sorry about that. What does putting yourself out there even look like? And that's a great question. That's actually a good question, because it's like, what am I supposed to like voluntarily, like consciously? Whoa, this guy's speeding, bro. Am I supposed to consciously go to like some social area, like to make friends. Like, it sounds freaking schizophrenic. Like, you should just kind of make friends, bro. You know, but yeah, you know, that's kind of just the whole issue. Something I did find is, like, you know, there's little personality traits that we kind of inherit through the internet and also through, like, other people and the way we raised. Like, I noticed children in school are very judgmental. So it kind of creates like you become judgmental because your environment's judgmental. But, like, trust me, there's nothing that you can do that's worse for your social life than being judgmental. You know, like, say some guy says to you, hey man, I like to build Lego. And you'd be like, wow dude, that's for kids. You know, only children build Lego. You know, it's like you kind of just knock people down. Like, and I find I do that, you know. Someone will be like, oh, I play D&D. I'm like, dude, you're a nerd. Like, I won't tell him this, but I'll think it. And when you think it, you give off the vibes of, like, you're not really, like, caring what the guy's saying. You're not really paying, like, listening. You're kind of just judging, you know. So, yeah. Just my point, like, you know, we need to really address this problem, bro. But addressing the problem doesn't always look like what addressing the problem is, you know. Like, maybe addressing the problem with having no friends starts with being less picky, and it doesn't have to do with, like, you doing more push-ups, you know. Oh well, if I had more money, I could make friends, because then it's like, you know, it's like, bro, what? Come on, bro. You know, so yeah, that's all I'm really thinking right now. You know, and social anxiety is also a myth, by the way. It doesn't exist. Social anxiety is like some mental illness that arises from things like from you basically not being connected to civilization. You know, because, like, what I find is I used to think I had social anxiety, but I was really just not spending any time in the real world, to where, like, things that are actually normal felt weird. Like, I'd be like walking in the shops and I felt like everybody else was like somebody else, you know. Like, everybody in the shops is like some, like, other person. Like, oh whoa. But now when I walk into the shops, I'm like, oh, we're all kind of just walking together. Like, you know, we just chilling. So now it's not that serious. You know, I can talk to anybody about anything. But yeah. Anyway, that's just my point, bro. You know, Friday, and I feel like a lot of people are in my same shoes, you know. And it's like, now I'm at the beach, boom, I'm driving, there's 4 freaking, like, I just drove past 4 girls. Like, you probably could see them there, but they're like running together. It's like, what the hell, bro? You know, like, when do I have a group of friends where we're running together? I just don't have that, bro. So what, am I supposed to, like, deliberately, like, join some hiking group to, like, actually make friends? Like, I guess that's kind of like what the case is, you know. So yeah, it's very nice though. Gonna go for a walk. Damn, I wish there was, like, some shade though. The sun's actually killing me. But yeah, just going for a walk on the beach, and it is kind of like, I like being alone, but I also like not being alone. And the problem is, when I don't want to be alone, I don't have a choice, you know. I don't have the option to, like, hey, I'm gonna, like, hang out with somebody now. It's like, I don't really get that choice, you know. So no. Yeah, let me get out of here, bro. This place sucks. But yeah, anyway, that's just what I wanted to say, man. Something we need to work on, bro. We need to work on our IRL stats, you know. And I've worked on a lot of my IRL stats. I'm definitely nowhere, you know. Me from 2 years ago with shitty pants looking at me today, you know, you'd be like, whoa. So there's that. I was just saying, like, when I'm on the beach, everybody seems to kind of be walking with somebody, and it's like, I mean, I like walking alone, but at the same time, it's like, I would like to also walk with somebody sometimes, you know. Kind of be able to be like, yo, let's go to the beach. And I guess that's not always a nice thing, because I kind of like being in my own head, you know. Like, if, you know, I like to kind of hang out with myself. So it's like, if I'm gonna go to the beach with, like, a friend, it's like, now what, he wants to start talking about Pokemon cards while we're, like, hanging out at the beach. Now it's like, oh fuck, am I supposed to now like encourage this bullshit? Like this guy wants to talk about Pokemon cards, like, you know, that's the thing. Like a lot of times we want to be in our own niche, like fucking hive mind echo chambers, yeah, and we don't want like this random like basically other people's inputs and shit like that, you know. I do find that to be the case, so definitely a weird thing, bro, but yeah, like damn, bro. Whoa, that girl looks crazy. Oh yeah, I'm in a car. I forgot. I was completely sucked out. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got today. See ya.